Good day, everyone. So today's lesson is going to be about the table that you guys made last week. So I have gathered all the data. I have made a table out of it. Basically, Google made a table out of it. As promised, I have removed your names because names are not important at this point, because usually questionnaires or surveys are anonymous, as I told in the last video. So the data that is left, basically I've, instead of names and surnames, I've put the participants, that we know that we have 27 participants altogether in this questionnaire, and all your answers piled up together. I also made a filter, which more about that you will learn next year when you will learn about Excel. I'm going to simplify things as much as possible for you, just to have an idea how things are going. So the filter itself, what is the filter? The filter is this drop-down menu that you can click on, and it will give you options to sort things in a certain way, from the smallest to the largest, or from alphabetical order from A to Z, and so on. So there is a couple of ways you can sort things out, and today's lesson is basically figuring out things about data using the table only. And this is the first step you always do. So after the questionnaire from the last week, so we have now the questionnaire. Now we have the gathered data, and the first thing about the gathered data, it's usually gathered as a form of a table. So it's inside of the table, where each column represents one of the questions or one type of gathered data. So basically, I'm going to show you this. So for example, for the date of birth, you can, from the oldest to the newest. Let's see how it will work from the oldest to the newest. Well, it works opposite. I don't know why, but you can just click it and see what's going on, and you can order things that way. So at the moment, I'm using the date of birth, and for example, I know now that a person that was born on 25th February 2004 is the youngest person in this class. Okay, and we also can see that person in the end should be the oldest person in the class, considering you guys as students. So the same thing you can do with gender. For example, you can sort it from A to Z, and then you can see the number of males and females, but it's not that good probably. And I'm going to go through it a little bit. Basically, today's lesson and today's task for you guys is to answer all of these questions beneath. So as you can see, find and write down in your notebook who is the youngest and oldest person. Basically, write down the date. Number of each gender, well, you have to count how many males and females there is. After that, the shortest and the highest person. You can all do it using the filter, as it shows you there. It shows you this option, so you can order things using that, and then write down the answer. For example, I don't know, maybe 157 is the shortest shortest value. In this case, shortest in the as a value for the height, and the highest person and the value should be 192, and so on and so on. A similar thing is for the grade point average, and how hard is math. Now, this question here I have for you: find general opinion. Well, as I want to show you that the table may not be the best way to interpret data and to conclude things from. There are going to be certain things that we're going to probably have to do to simplify it and to see the answers that are asked of you. And at this here point, well, this question may not be the best to just find the answer looking at the table, but I want to find your general opinion considering the data that is given. Okay, so using that, try and figure out what is the general opinion about how hard is math. Okay, then after that we have most frequent answer. This is another question that can be asked. It's a frequency of a certain answer, frequency, and it is how much one type of answer is given. So probably in this case should be maybe as the most frequent answer that is given. Then use in online school, most frequent again, 2 times most frequent, but you should already see that computer or laptop should be the most frequent one. Well, the least frequent use you find out for yourself. You can easily do it by also sorting from A to Z, Z to A, and so on. And one thing is, if you want to go back to the original table, how it looked like, you don't have to go hard. Well, you can just go to the participants and it will order them from 1 to 27. And this is the idea. So another question is the color or color that is dominant. You have to find which color is dominant. I again would like to tell you that probably table is not the best way to find it. There are going to be probably certain methods that are going to be simple enough for you to find it. And this may not be the best, but today we're doing everything using the table so that we see what are the benefits and what are the issues with the table. Okay, and the last question is favorite social media. What is the favorite social media and the least favorite social media? So basically, guys, you can use the filter. Use the filter for each of these questions. You can use it to organize things specifically. Answer these questions in your notebook, and please, when you're done, everyone, please send me on WhatsApp what are your conclusions, what are your findings, and then we can continue on next time in the next video. One last thing that I want to mention in all of this, specifically for the favorite color. Well, it depends on how will you look at things. Will you consider navy blue as a blue color, or will it be specifically navy blue? You can basically, if you want, and this is something that's that is done in statistics regularly, is that some questions and some answers are simplified and put into same category. For example, navy blue can be interpreted as blue. So this is one of the things that can happen. Okay, everything is up to you. This is today's lesson. We're going to start simple. I know that you haven't done anything about Excel in high school so far. It's going to be in 2nd grade. Those of you that are familiar with Excel use, well, you have no issues going on, but I'm going to be as simple as possible because there are students that didn't learn it. So the future stuff is going to be for everyone. Hopefully that everyone can understand what's going on. One more thing that I would like to add at the end of this lesson is that we're going to use Excel for everything going onward. You don't have to download every time the data. You download it first time and then keep it on your computer or smartphone, wherever or tablet, wherever you are going to use, and fill it in with future content. Now, before I end this, one last thing is, well, imagine if instead of having 27 participants in this survey or questionnaire, what if we had 1,000 or 2,000 participants? Would all of these conclusions be simple to find using only the table? And also write me down as and which of these would be still simple to find, which of these answers will still be simple to find just using the table, and which of these would be almost impossible, okay? If you had 1,000 participants, maybe even more. Okay, thank you guys for listening, and see you in the next video.